Welcome to Metrix Learning. Typically, when someone's brought into a one-stop employment center, they're put into one of three categories. Either one, they're job ready. If the job were out there, they could obtain it. Two, they might have barriers to employment, such as literacy issues or health issues. Or three, they might need skill upgrading. If they're put into the third category, then they might be a great fit for Metrix Learning. Right now, you should see the login screen. Each user gets their own user ID and password, which is good for 90 days, assuming that the user goes in and begins an activity within the first 14 days. If they don't start an activity within the first 14 days, their license will be cycled and you can give it out to another customer that will utilize the system. The customers can log in 24/7 from any computer with internet access. Once they log in, they're brought to the Getting Started page. Here are the 6 steps on how to fully utilize Metrix. Typically, customers are brought into an orientation session to learn how to use the system. If they weren't given that orientation session, or if they need a refresher, they can click on step number 1, which is to view a tutorial. We currently have about 10 tutorials within the system. All other tutorials or how-to videos can be found under Help. Step number 2 is to select a job. The user wants to click on Browse All Jobs. Here the user will go in and find something that they're looking for. Let's type in secretaries. If you type in secretaries, you'll see that there are 4 results. The user can go in and choose which job title most fits what they want to do. Once they find what they're looking for, they want to set it as their goal job. Step number 3 is to rate their skills. What the user wants to do is click on Rate All Skills at the top right. Here the user will go in and do a subjective assessment of their skills, from beginner, intermediate, to advanced. The user will go in and rate themselves for all of the skills listed below. We take all of the skills from the Federal ONET database. Once they rate their skills, they'll be given recommendations for courses and assessments to take. Here you'll see the required skill of clerical has a 92% importance rate to our chosen job title. Our self-assessment of 66 is intermediate. Next, what we want to do is find an assessment, which is an objective assessment from Connect's Approve It. So if I think I'm an intermediate level, I can go in and see exactly where I fall. Here the user will go in. They'll see the title, a description of that particular activity, and they'll see it's from Connect's Approve It. What they want to do is add it to their My Plan. Once they click on Add to My Plan, you'll be given a due date and a reminder date. These are automatically set to a month from today. These are just for time management purposes only. They will still have the full 90 days to complete anything that they wish. Now we're brought to the My Plan page. Here's our individual training plan. Both admin as well as end users can add things to their plan. This is where they're going to go in and actually launch the assessments or the courses by clicking on the green arrow under Actions. Let's go into the catalog to find other activities. Here you'll see if we click on the filter, currently we have 3 learning object providers. We have Skillsoft, the top e-learning provider in business, desktop, and IT, Medcom, which is our health content provider, and Prove It, which are the objective assessments. Here you'll see that they have a choice of over 5,000 activities. To narrow it down, let's say we're looking for a course in Word 2007. Once we type in Word 2007, you'll see that there's 13 different activities that the user can take. They'll add it to their My Plan as they previously did. If the user also wants, they can go into the catalog and go into industry certifications. Here we have 121 certification tracks that are similar to an ITA. Anywhere from Six Sigma, HR, Project Management, Cisco, CompTIA, and Microsoft. For example, if someone's looking to be Six Sigma certified, here they'll see that they have Black Belt and Green Belt. If someone's looking to be Six Sigma Green Belt certified, they'll click on the orange arrow to drop down to see the courses involved with this particular certification. This is the order that the customer wants to take the courses, from Six Sigma and Lean in the organization all the way through the bottom. Each of these activities are a different course. Typically, courses are between 3 to 4 hours, so this may be about 60 hours of training. Also, with the certification tracks, most of them come with a mentoring and a test prep. The mentoring asset allows them to live chat or email a mentor who is someone at Skillsoft that's knowledgeable about the content. Typically, they'll get a response within 24 hours. The test prep is a practice exam. They can use this to see if they're ready to sit for that particular certification exam. All of these courses are just the preparation and knowledge you need to sit for that particular certification test. The end user then needs to go to a location that's proctored to take that certification exam to be certified in blank certification. Also, if the user wants, they can go into the catalog and go to skill tracks. This is just yet another way to access the catalog. Here, if someone's looking for healthcare, they can click on the healthcare track. Click on intro programs, and you'll see the top 5 areas that someone may go into: CNA home health aid, intro to healthcare, intro to medical billing and coding, medical office, and nursing refresher courses. If you drop down CNA, you'll see that there's a cluster of courses that the user can take. This will give them a good idea if this is something that they want to go into. As I note here, no one will become a CNA purely through online training. Let's go into View My Reports. Here the user can see how many activities they've passed and failed, as well as their overall time in the system. A passing grade is an 80% or higher. If they do receive an 80% or higher, they can click on the blue Scholar Graduate icon to get a certificate of completion. This will note the user's name, activity, date of completion, and whether that was Skillsoft, Medcom, or Prove-It. If they don't obtain an 80% or higher, that's okay. They can click on the bar graph and they can see where they might have a skill gap. Courses are broken down by lesson test and assessments per question. The user can then go back in, relearn the content, and then retest to do better. If it's an assessment that they failed, what they'd want to do is go into their My Plan to see if there's training available. Currently, in the catalog, we have about 800 to 900 different objective assessments from Connect to Prove-It. Currently, we have mapped about 360 to 300 assessments to the content. So if someone were to fail, they can see exactly where they fall. And the My Plan, this is noted by the red T. Here, they can go in and see beginner, intermediate, and advanced levels, as well as the topics. This will allow them to find the courses relevant to their particular skill gap. Let's go back to the Getting Started page. Here you'll see we've done steps 1 through 5. Next, we need to look for a job. If you click Search, this will pull in our goal job as well as our location from our profile. This integrates Indeed.com, which is a job spreading website. It incorporates Monster, Career Builder, Yahoo Hot Jobs, as well as other job agencies. So we can find out what job openings are in our area and what skills those particular jobs are looking for. So here we can narrow down on the left-hand side to exactly what we want. Also, if we want to, we can go back to the My Career and go to the goal job, and we can set up an auto email for these job openings. If you click on Add Email Alert, the user will get automatic emails about the job listings every day or every other day, depending on what they're looking for. Lastly, they can go into Manage My Profile, and if they wish, they can change it to either Spanish or Mandarin Chinese. If we click on Spanish, the LMS, or the website, will be translated into Spanish. If we click on the catalog, the Spanish content that we have will automatically come up. The same also goes for Chinese. Next, allow for questions and answer anything that the customer might have. Thanks.